Men walking along the railroad tracks, going some places, no going back. Highway patrol choppers coming up over the ridge.
Helen was a deeply loved partner, mother to Dylan, sister to Max, daughter to Pat and Kath, and cousin and niece to a wide network of relatives on both the Kelly and Eichelbaum sides of the family. Helen had the courage to bring about change and to inspire others to do the same. I was very moved by a message a friend dropped by our home. It simply said, whenever I saw Helen, I realised that I could be braver and speak my mind more often. Helen lived a happy life. She enjoyed life to the full. Her enthusiasm swept others along with her. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all those who supported Helen through her life, and I particularly want to thank all those who were able to help Helen as her illness took hold. We were quite overwhelmed with the support we received. I can't name everyone, but this includes all those people who took part in the roster of carers who looked after Helen's needs when I was not able to. Helen was and is the love of my life. It is with such sadness we have to say goodbye. But her spirit lives on in all of us, and certainly in my heart.
And I'm reminded of a time when I was lucky enough, or many times that I was lucky enough to experience her wisdom and her strength firsthand. I'd like to acknowledge that Felix Anthony is here today. He heads up the Fijian trade union movement. And he reminded me of a time when we were particularly enraged as a global union movement at the anti-union and anti-democratic things that were happening in Fiji. And Helen and I were going to travel over there. And the Attorney General got wind that Helen and I were coming, and he put out a press release saying, "Don't come, you're not welcome." And Helen looked me dead in the eye. She happened to be in Australia at the time and all this. She said, "What do you reckon?" I knew we had to go. And I'll never forget, as the plane landed, we were the first off and the doors opened, and she linked her arm through mine and she said, "Here we go, sister." Haven't got time to tell you the whole story of that. It was hilarious, really, but I can say by the end of the 4 or 5 hours that we were detained by the Fijian authorities. I was so sorry for the Fijian authorities. They had no idea. It really was. They had no idea to handle this strong, determined, but interminably polite New Zealand warrior.